Ooey gooey kimchi mac and cheese. Hey PCBs, it's Zung, and today I'm back with another friendly recipe to continue our noodle series. You guys voted and kimchi mac and cheese won by a landslide. Who knew? I'm so excited to share this recipe with you. It's your classic mac and cheese with that spicy, delicious twist. Give this video a big thumbs up if you are excited to see how this is made. And don't forget to subscribe below if you guys want to see more friendly and interesting recipes. We'll go ahead and get started with the ingredients. All right, so I wanted to walk you guys through what I'm gonna be using first. Of course, since it's kimchi mac and cheese, I have my kimchi here. For the kimchi, similar to our kimchi fried rice, the more pungent and fermented the kimchi is, the better. That just infuses a lot more flavor. The kimchi has had time to ripen, and it just gives you a lot more of that like spicy, tangy umami flavor in your mac and cheese. And then, of course, for our cheese, my favorite combination to use in any mac and cheese is sharp cheddar and Gruyere. If you guys want it a little bit more mellow or mild, go ahead and just use cheddar with even Monterey Jack cheese is also really good, or mozzarella. The combination of cheddar and like a melty cheese, something that you get like a stringiness to, is perfect. And then for the noodles, I'm using 1 pound of elbow pasta. I cooked it off already, but my secret to cooking the elbow pasta for mac and cheese is always to undercook it. I found that four minutes is like the sweet spot. So cook it in rapid boiling water for about 4 minutes, and you get this almost semi-cooked mac and cheese. Now don't worry if it's undercooked, because we're gonna bake it off and it's gonna be perfect once it's melded together with our cheese and kimchi and everything. Okay, first I'm gonna start by grating our cheese. I'm gonna start with the Gruyere here, and I'm just gonna grate it down. I'll probably get about 1.5 cups of this. It's 6 ounces. Now you guys might be wondering why I'm not using the already grated cheese in the packet. Well, they put like anti-caking agent in that, and it doesn't melt as beautifully once I cook it up. And I don't know, I feel like it then becomes kind of gritty, so I don't like it. And I love just using cheese from a block because it has a lot more flavor. Maybe that's just me, but if you want to take the shortcut and use the already grated cheese, you can totally do that. It works. All right, so we got just about 2 cups of cheese here. A mountain of cheese. I'll just go ahead and transfer it to my bowl. Perfect, I'll set this guy aside. And then I'll work on my cheddar. I'm looking for about 4 cups of cheddar here. This is a workout. Need a break. I'm almost there. My box grater has like a measuring tool on the side here, so I can gauge to see if I'm almost there. Once I finish this block, I think we're gonna be just right. I'll consider this my workout before I indulge in the mac and cheese. And we're finally done. All right, I have just about 4 cups here. Nice and compact. Just separate them. Beautiful. Now I'll transfer this to my bowl. All right, and last thing to prep before we get started. Panko, let me grab it real quick. Okay, here I have 1 cup of Panko Bread Crumbs. This is just a lighter Japanese breadcrumb that I'm gonna use to top our mac and cheese. It's gonna give it that crunchy little bit on top. It's so good. But to prepare it, all I have is 1 cup here, and then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Just drizzle it on and I'll mix it up. This will help it brown and get really nice and toasty. All right, all of our ingredients are prepped, so now it's time to get cooking. So I have all the ingredients laid out, and I have my beautiful Le Creuset here that I'm gonna cook, bake, and serve in. It's super pretty, and I love that it doubles as a serving pan. If you guys want to know more about it, I'll leave it in the description box below. So first, I'm gonna start by melting a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter. I'll let it melt all the way through, and then I'll add 2 tablespoons of flour. What I'm doing here is making our roux. I'll let the flour cook and get rid of that raw taste for about a minute. If the flour gets kind of clumpy, just go ahead and keep mixing it until it blends in with the butter. Once it's nice and smooth like this, we're ready to add our milk. 2 cups of milk that I've already warmed up in the microwave. The flour that I just added in will help thicken the milk and create this beautiful sauce. You definitely want to take your time with this, and I'm just cooking it on like medium-low heat. But in the meantime, I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. This is gonna add an interesting tang. It's almost like a bechamel sauce to our mac and cheese. Continue whisking until it thickens up. I'll let the milk get nice and bubbly. To test if our bechamel is ready, I'm gonna coat the back of our spatula and run my finger through it. If the sauce stays in place and doesn't come back together, it's ready. Now I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt, our Gruyere cheese, and our cheddar cheese. I've turned off the heat, and now I'm just gonna let it melt into that bechamel sauce and become a cheesy, delicious sauce. Look at the cheese sauce, you guys. It's nice and gooey. This is mostly because of the Gruyere, because it's like a gooier cheese. And now comes our kimchi. Whoa! So once I've added the kimchi in, I'll give it another good mix. Our mac and cheese turned into this beautiful reddish color from the peppers and the kimchi juice. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna give this a quick taste to make sure our cheese sauce is perfect. You want it kind of on the salty side because once you add the noodles in, it'll mellow and blend everything out. All right, I'm ready for my noodles. The noodles are in. Give it a quick mix to make sure each elbow is coated in our cheese sauce. Each of our noodles are coated in that cheesy, spicy kimchi sauce. I cannot wait to dig in. We're not done yet though. Now I'm gonna sprinkle the top with our panko. I have a nice even layer of panko on top, and now it goes into the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes until the cheese sauce is bubbling and the panko topping is nice and golden brown. And our kimchi mac and cheese is done. I wish you guys can smell this. Oh my gosh, it smells like kimchi, grilled cheese, just buttery, cheesy, delicious. Oh my gosh, this definitely is not like one of our usual healthy dish. It's a little indulgent, but for a special occasion or just for days when you need something comforting, this is perfect. I also wanted to make a note. I know I said that it would take 25 minutes or so for everything to brown and get bubbly. That was because my pan is pretty big and it's shallow. If you guys are using a traditional like baking pan, I would say leave it in for maybe 35 to 40 minutes until it's bubbly and browned. Shall we serve this, guys? I think I'm just gonna eat this directly from the pot. This is steaming hot and the cheese sauce is nice and gooey. There's chunks of kimchi in there. The panko is nice and toasty. I'm gonna wait until it gets a little cooler and then I'm going in. Man, that was so good. The macaroni still has its al dente-ness because we undercooked it earlier. And the cheese sauce, you guys, The tanginess and the spiciness of the kimchi just boosted the flavor of our cheddar cheese, and it's freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. If I were to make this, and I actually have made it before to serve for a dinner party, and I paired it with steak and some vegetables, it's just like the perfect complement to your delicious, decadent dinner. I hope you guys give this a try. And for our next noodle video, I'm gonna stop teasing you guys and I'm gonna go ahead and make the shrimp scampi zoodles for our next video, hopefully coming out on Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I would love to know what your other favorite noodle dishes are so I could start planning the rest of our series. Comment below and also let me know what you thought of this kimchi mac and cheese. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!